My name is Christine Marquette, and I'm a registered and licensed dietitian with Marquette Nutrition and Fitness, and I've been asked, what is a healthy eating shopping list? You'll get a couple of different answers to this particular question depending on who you ask. One basic recommendation that's made by a lot of people is to basically shop the perimeter of the store, which in general means that you're getting whole, fresh foods as opposed to processed foods. In a lot of grocery stores, the perimeter basically means you're hitting the produce department, you're hitting the meat market, you're hitting the dairy aisle, and you're hitting the whole grains, the fresh baked bread type products. Whereas traditionally in most grocery stores, the center aisles are where you're going to find things like frozen dinners, canned foods, boxed items, those types of things. And the thing to keep in mind is that that's kind of a good initial thought, because again, it hits all of your major groups. You're getting something from your fruits and your veggies, you're getting something from your high protein foods, you're getting a good source of calcium if you choose to use the dairy products, you're also getting some whole grains. However, there can be some healthy choices in the middle of the store as well. Using frozen vegetables is perfectly acceptable. If it's just a plain old bag of frozen mixed vegetables or frozen individual vegetables, it doesn't have any additional spices or salt associated with it. You can also use a few other products. For example, beans. Those will often be in the center aisles. Even if they're not the canned beans, even if they're the dried beans, often those will be in the center aisle. So you can buy bags of beans that's still considered a fresh food. You boil them, cook them yourself. Rice will be found in the same area. Again, if it's whole grain rice, such as brown rice or wild rice, that's still a very healthy food to include on your healthy shopping list. So a better idea is to think of your major groups when you're planning your shopping list. Actually think of your fruits and vegetables. Make sure that you include some type of fruit and vegetable on your shopping list every time you go to the store. Ideally, as many different colors as possible. You want to include something from your high protein foods. Now, if you're a meat eater, that means choosing lean sources. That could be lean cuts of beef, poultry, any type of seafood. If you're not a meat eater, that means you're going to have to go into the center aisles and get beans. You may also be able to get tofu out of your produce area. You're going to want some nuts and seeds as well. You also want to make sure that you include calcium. So if you're a dairy eater, that means milk, cheese. You can also use eggs if you'd like. If you're not a dairy eater, make sure you get plenty of leafy greens. As far as the healthy fats, again, you're likely going to need to go in the middle of the store somewhere to get your olive oil, your canola oil, your nuts, your seeds, your nut butters, to include that good healthy source of fat. And then for your whole grains, you'll want your whole grain bread or the brown rice, the wild rice, the wheat pastas, those types of foods. Basically, you need something from each group each time that you go to the grocery store. A really good way to get a healthy grocery list, you can actually go to the American Heart Association's website. It's americanheart.org. They have a little area listed there where you can personalize your own healthy shopping list. It's a very useful tool, and it's something that you can print out weekly if you'd like to. You can save it, or you can change it weekly as well. It gives you a variety of options and ways to personalize your healthy shopping list.